How to get your child to listen without yelling. I know that for some families, yelling has become culture. So you're used to yelling, and you're not tired of yelling. But if you're a parent and you feel like you're yelling too much and it's beginning to affect you, because honestly, sometimes yelling can affect you, then listen to this video and please don't forget to subscribe. Now, when it comes to having communication, the problem with yelling is we want to communicate, you want to be heard, you want your child to hear what you're saying at that point. The first thing I would say you should try doing is try to get the child's attention first. Make sure that the child is giving you attention. So in cases that you want to talk to somebody, you don't stand far to talk to somebody, you have to come close to the person. So I'll usually just draw mine closer to myself or walk up to them and say, all right, I want to talk to you and I need you to listen. So bring them to you or you go to them, but make sure that you have that close range, and that close range is what's going to help that communication a lot better, because there's no point being close to someone and still screaming on top of your voice. Now, there are certain times that you would have to, there's a difference between yelling, screaming and shouting, and that's in another video. I'm not talking about shouting or screaming for your child to, maybe your child is doing something that is not safe and you're trying to scream so that, draw their attention. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is yelling. Right? The second one is you want to use clear communication. Sometimes we parents want to give instructions, 10 instructions at the same time. You need to understand your child's abilities. Are they able to manage all the instructions you're giving at the same time? So I would make a simple instruction at a time, and I'm going to use simple words. And when I finish talking, I'm going to ask the child, do you understand what I've said? Or I'm going to ask the child to tell me exactly what they understand. So for instance, if I'm giving an instruction and I want my child to clean the room or do something or dress their bed properly, I'm going to say to them, I want you to go and dress your bed. Now, what did I just say? So I get them to repeat what I've said and get them to explain what they understand by what I've said. Now, it's a bit of work, but as you do it, you're beginning to understand your both communication styles, how your child understands things. Now, the final one is be consistent. Any approach that you're using, be consistent. It's not one day on, one day off. And for someone who has already made yelling your culture, your way of life, it might be very difficult. But if it's stressing you out, trust me, you want to do something about it. So I hope these few points would help you to start managing your communication without having to scream your life out. I get it. Sometimes parents will say, oh, if I don't yell, my child doesn't listen. The only reason your child waits for you to yell is because you've made yelling a communication tool. I hope that helps. I'm Christiana Stephen. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.